Here it is, you going into all of this madness about what you believe about this person. After you admittedly said you don't know it.
Right.
How you gonna believe somebody you don't know? Now all of a sudden, you got all these issues. This is another thing that we wanted to point out. Why none of y'all had these issues before you was excommunicated? Right. You had Donut Man, Tazadaqyah, sitting up there, Nigga, you was waiting to come back. You asked to come back. It was sitting on an approval list to come back. Now all of a sudden, you got all this other type of energy. You a demon. You always been a follower.
Yeah.
Them same guys that's around you talked about you and you know it.
Right.
They talked about you when you was around. You never studied. You never went out to camp. You never did nothing.
Nothing.
You was the guy that knew the phone numbers.
Right.
Until you had to get taken off that detail because what? You was full of lust.
Right.
But nevertheless, none of you guys had issues. If you was allowed to come back in, you would have came back in and just been around the brothers.
Right.
Now all of a sudden you can't. Now all these issues is coming that you perceived it. There's another thing. What's his name? Zahab. I was there. I don't care what none of these other people are saying. We were there.
Right.
Zahab, your own testimony. You were working with the feds.
Right.
Your wife testified against you. You were a federal informant. That's your own testimony. We ain't got to make nothing up. This is on tape. You said it. Your wife said it. Your wife is the one who gave you up and then said out her own mouth, am I safe now?
Right.
Now say we lying about that. A federal informant. Your math ain't even right on the van and everything you talking about. You talking about a $5,000 check was cut here and the amounts that was paid, the amounts don't even add up. I'm not gonna go back and forth about the numbers, but that's just the further proof. Anybody that was even listening to that madness, if you just go by the dates that he used, the amount of money he said was owed and what was paid and all that, it don't even add up to what you're saying. It don't even add up. But that just showed that you niggas is lying. Another one, I'm trying to think who else was there. I mean, because all you niggas are demons. You had Al Yun Rakar. You sit up there and you referred to the work of God as in a profane way. I'm not going to repeat it. You know what you said. That's how you refer to the work of God, but now you're going to stand up here like you righteous. Right. That's why you got put out.
Right.
And then the other Yashima Palau, like, even if you left, God still put you out. That's the thing you don't understand. You're another nigga, didn't know nothing, still don't know nothing. You come from a whole lineage of just reprobate demons. So, you know, when you don't make any sense, all we gotta do is just go right back to the Word of God to show where you guys just don't make any sense. What are y'all actually talking about? And to show you that y'all not, are y'all supposed to be the nation of God coming back? My thing is, if it ain't us,
right,
who is it? If it ain't the Israelite Church of God, Jesus Christ, that's the nation of God that's coming back. Right. Who is it? Because it definitely ain't y'all. Y'all don't do no unit work. Y'all don't go out to camp. You want to know what y'all do? Y'all scour the scum that gets put out of here. All of y'all comprised of, your little groups is comprised of, is people that got put out of here.
That's what Antichrist did.
Nigga gonna talk about he about to go start his own church.
Right.
But then you complaining about tights. This gonna show you that this is why y'all niggas never have churches. Because you don't understand what it takes to run a nation. You don't understand what it takes to run a congregation or any of that. It'll be shut down before you open. That's what happened. I want to go back to Titus real quick. Can we go back to Titus?
Yeah.
We can go back to Titus. All you got to do is just look at all them guys' track record. You got Rakal War. He was a demon. Another one. Disrobed himself in the sanctuary of God instead of just standing up like a man and taking whatever he had to take. Answering whatever questions he was answering for whatever he was doing wrong. No, he wanted to take off his garment, disgrace himself, and leave like a coward.
Just like the coward he is, man.
And then, you got it? Titus chapter 1? Yeah, read that.
For a bishop must be blameless.
Come on.
As the steward of God, not self-willed.
See that? It can't be all about you. The nation got to come first. You have to be selfless. It can't be about you. And that's not the case with y'all guys. Everything got to be about you. Go ahead.
Not soon angry.
Come on.
Not given to wine.
Go ahead.
Nor striker.
Go ahead.
Nor given to filthy lucre.
Yeah. Go ahead.
But a lover of hospitality.
Read on.
A lover of good men.
Yeah, that's the part I want right there. A lover of who?
Good men.
Yeah, see, you would really, if you you would be a lover of good men. Who would you surround yourself with? Good men. Y'all surrounded by a bunch of niggas that got put out for being evil. If you're supposed to be a lover of a good man, do you realize that you're around a man that lied about paying his tithes? Another man that stole a breakdown off of Google?
Another man that committed adultery.
Yeah, oh yeah, I forgot all about him.
Yeah, don't forget about him.
Kakamayan, Barry Pugh.
Right.
What about that? What about that? Man committed adultery.
Right, sneaking around
with
another man's wife.
The sister in the congregation while
Right.
the man was still in the house with the woman.
Right.
That's why he got put out and then went and lied to the council about it.
Right.
When is supposed to be the judgment for that?
Right. You can't be trusted.
Lover of good men. Read on.
Sober. Just.
What?
Just.
Just. You niggas are unjust, man. Always been unjust. Especially with Carl Ward. You know you've been unjust. And it caught up to you. Stealing and all that.
Right.
Stealing the van fund and all that. This is the funny thing.
Right.
They talk about these crazy accusations and these slanders. This is a man who was actually stealing. Going by comic books and stuff. See, we ain't gotta make this stuff up. We ain't gotta make this up. This is stuff that y'all do. Go ahead.
Holy, temperate, holding fast the faith.
No, you read that?
Holding fast the faithful word as it has been taught.
Yeah, and you know that's none of y'all. Do you realize everything that you niggas know that is actually correct? Where you get it from? Let me ask you that. Y'all Hebrew names. Where you get that from? Why y'all still calling yourself them Hebrew names?
Right.
If this ain't the truth, that means everything you got here is a lie.
Right.
If this ain't the truth.
Right.
So why y'all still walking around? Why you still calling yourself spiritual sword? Who told you that meant spiritual sword?
There's no lie, the truth. So
how you know you an Israelite?
How you know the Hebrew is right? If there's no lie of the truth. How you know we speak in Hebrew correctly?
Why y'all still going by this?
What?
Why? This is a challenge to you. I can ask you niggas questions. This is the thing. Where did you get it from? How was Jesus Christ born? Make a DVD about that. Make a clip about that. Give me the understanding of how the Lord was born. Where's the tribe of Dan at? Tell me that according to the scriptures. Break that down for me. 1969. In 350 days, 3.5 days. Break that down for me. Break it down, not using what you learned from the Holy God and Comforter. How about that? That's your challenge. If that ain't the Holy God and Comforter, I want those breakdowns without using what you were taught by him. You can use Google like you've been doing. Go ahead.
Holding fast the faithful word as it has been taught, that he might be able by sound doctrine both to exhort and to convince the gainsayers.
Come on.
For there are many unruly.
Meaning what?
For there are many unruly.
Read on.
And vain talkers.
That's y'all. Unruly and vain talkers. Y'all was out of order, and now you're just talking about a bunch of nothing. Unruly and vain talkers. Read on.
And deceivers, especially they of the
Look at
circumcision.
that. Y'all was right here. Matter of fact, give me this breakdown. Who are the Antichrists?
Right. That was my question.
That's
You
a
beat
good
me
one right
to it. Yeah.
Who are the Antichrists?
Wow.
When they say they went out from when they went out from
sure
us.
you fit that? You sure you
Y'all all
fit that?
admitting that y'all was with us
Right.
first. When
Right.
God spiritually, when you was woke up and you found out that you was an Israelite, where did God send you to learn that? The funny thing is, most of y'all niggas that's on them clips, guess what? Y'all was doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about the rebels that preceded
Right.
y'all.
Exactly.
That was speaking against the Holy God sent
That was
God.
the point that I was talking about earlier.
Right.
You guys was here teaching that people that left the Israelite Church of God in Jesus Christ are Antichrist. So what do that make you? If you was teaching that people that left this church are Antichrist, then you leave, that means you the Antichrist. That's simple.
I know y'all seen that clip with Abadwan giving an interview when some Antichrist tried to say that he was speaking against the church, and he was like, no, you know I ain't with y'all. You know
Right.
I'm with the Israelite Church of God
Right.
in Jesus Christ. The Holy God sent comfort. Y'all know this. Same with Karab. Al Young Rakar, you was right there. Deny it.
Whose mouth must be stopped, who subvert whole
And that's
houses.
what y'all doing. Y'all actually subverting whole houses, but them people that's destined for that anyway. Karab, you destroyed your whole family. But guess what? That's y'all business.
Yeah.
That's y'all business. Subvert whole house. Tazadaqyah, your father probably would spit in your face if he was alive.
Mm.
You a demon.
Yeah.
That ain't the works that your father died in the truth.
Right.
As a chief priest. And look at you. You go convince you and your demon mother to leave
Right.
out. With your madness. Subvert whole houses.
Right. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Teaching things which they ought not, for filthy lucre's sake.
Teaching things which they ought not. I'm going to go back to that too. The chief priest Icgjcthechosen, here it is, the man was in the truth. He was
Right.
doing the work.
Right.
You ain't get that from him.
Right.
He ain't teach you that. Nigga, you a disgrace.
Definitely.
Go ahead.
One of themselves, even a prophet of their own, said the Christians are always liars.
Liars. That's what you niggas are. A bunch of liars, man. Liars. Making up stuff. No
Right.
proof or nothing. Just
Right.
talking.
Just talking.
Read on.
Evil beasts, slow bellies.
I want you to jump down to verse. No, keep reading. Read on.
This witness is true. Wherefore rebuke them sharply.
What you got to receive?
Rebuke.
Sharp rebuke. And anybody that giving ear to this. Hey, listen, if you're in the congregation of the Israelite Church of God in Jesus Christ, stop giving ear to this. All these trees that you can pick from. Why are you choosing to pick from the tree of knowledge of good and evil? Which is not knowledge at all. It's the same thing that happened back in the garden. You got all these DVDs, all these classes, all these things going on within the nation, but yet still you want to click on a link of some niggas talking. Read on.
That they may be sound in the faith,
Read on.
not giving heed to Jewish fables,
Not giving heed to what?
Jewish fables,
Read on.
and commandments of men.
Come on.
That turn from the truth.
That what did they do?
That turn from the truth.
You niggas left the truth. And people been leaving the truth since niggas been leaving the truth since way back when. Way back in Cain and all that. Y'all listen, people always, it's always been evil niggas like y'all.
No.
Read on.
Unto the pure, all things are pure.
Read on.
But unto them that are defiled,
That are what?
defiled,
Read on.
and unbelieving,
What are they?
unbelieving
Read on.
is nothing pure.
Yeah, you're gonna try to find a reason for everything, man. You just gonna get, the bottom line is you niggas was never with God. You just finding a reason to do whatever. You gonna find a reason in everything. What about the spirituals? The spirituals. Like you've never read about
Right.
how alms
Right.
covers a multitude of sins.
Right.
Like, what do you niggas sound crazy? Why you worried about it anyway? You don't pay it. You out now. You ain't gotta pay nothing. You don't have to pay a spiritual. You gone now.
Right.
You don't have to pay for a garment. You gone now.
People pay for their health insurance to fix their body. Right? You can't pay alms to get your spirit fixed and to get your sins covered. It shows that you're carnal.